Couldn't come up with anything quippy about this one. I watched Infliction, a found footage movie on Tubi. It's about two brothers who are told over the phone that their father is dying from cancer, and they begin to go on a killing spree. It seems random at first, but things are methodical and they seem to be following an order. The order they're following gets unveiled throughout the movie, and in the end, things feel more justified. Let me put it that way. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't think I'll reveal the entire plot, because the plot is what makes it interesting, obviously. I like that the characters have crisis of conscience at one point. They're going on their killing spree, and there's a breakdown where the brothers take turns trying to justify what they're doing and trying to make each other feel better about the situation. The dialogue is cringy, very cringy. I couldn't tell at first if that was on purpose or if it was because they were supposed to be in their early 20s, maybe in college or around there. So maybe it could have been on purpose, but after watching the entire movie, I don't think so. I think they were trying to go very deep with this movie, and in some places, unfortunately, they didn't have the writing depth to show that. Now, this is unrelated to all of the more heavy things that I just was talking about. This is the third movie I've watched in a row, that's had 3D digital blood splatter on the lens. And it always looks fake. It always looks awful, and yet they seem to do it. Is it really that dangerous to get a camera lens, to get some Caro syrup on a camera lens? Maybe it is. I don't know much about cameras, but I know that it looks awful. Like I said, the actors in this movie aren't that great. Sister especially, when you meet her, she's not good. This is a throwback. If you ever watched wrestling in the mid to early 2000s, Candice Michelle. That's what her acting reminded me of, was Candice Michelle. If you don't know Candice Michelle, she was the GoDaddy girl. You can look her up on YouTube. She was awful. But we're not here to talk about Candice Michelle. The movie is filled with family secrets, a lot of pain, talk of very sensitive things, and there's a lot of monologuing. I would call it monologuing. There's a lot of it. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I didn't think it was mine at first. For the first half of the movie, I was bored. But they managed to get me back into it, and even more into it by the end. And by the end, I was invested. So I'm going to give this a 2.5 out of 5. I think they really did it the best they could. And there's a good story here. It's just kind of weighed down by the techniques they used and the actors they used.